It's time to get your Clix fix.
Hello and welcome back to Clix Fix. I'm Rory. It's been a day, just a day, since I last played with these pint-sized plastic people, and excited to do it again. I already have my team built for next week. Of course, I've had it built for months. I just have never had a chance to use it. But that's not the team we're going to talk about today. We're going to do a one awesome Clix build. We're going to do it with the other chase that I ended up pulling from Smash and Destroy. I'm not going to be buying a brick of this. I've almost bought an entire brick of boosters in sealed events and stuff. So I'm not going to be doing an unboxing of a brick. Unfortunately, my budget doesn't won't cut that. Not for a non-Spider-Man set, I guess you'd say. But the other chase, sort of chase, common chase, Absorbing Man. We're going to talk about him today. He's a lot of fun. I did play with him when I pulled him. By himself, no. He needs to be in constructed. If you hear music in the background, that's my daughter just playing around with the music on Google. So, anyway, let's take a look at Absorbing Man number 007G. He's got Alpha Flight as Guardian. He's got as Guardian because he's the Uru one. So as Guardian, Hulkbusters, Masters of Evil, Brute, Mystical. His trait, the way he comes in from the sideline, Absorbing Man Uru, sideline active. When a friendly character with an Absorbing Man trait is hit by an equipped opposing character after resolutions, you may replace that character with Absorbing Man. Now, in sealed, that didn't really do anything, but in constructed, there are a lot of people that are equipped on teams, so the likelihood of him getting hit by somebody that is equipped, or one of the others when they're on the map, to turn into him, is pretty high. Yeah. But we're not going to start with him on the map. We're actually going to have him on the sideline, which is weird. It's like the team is started by him, but we're going to put him on the sideline, have him come in with one of the from one of the other Absorbing Man. Let's review those ones really quickly. A is just the regular one, so when one of the others switches into him, he can heal 3 clicks, and he's just got Giant Reach 3. He's solid as well. But the healing 3 is really when you want to have him on the entire sideline is Absorbing Man pieces. It's a 300-point team, so I just thought it would be fun to focus on him. So that's A. All right, now let's look at Absorbing Man B, the Titanium one. A friendly character with the Absorbing Man trait destroys one or more pieces of blocking terrain. After resolutions, you can replace it with this Absorbing Man. So that's a good one because you can kind of control it. And his defense there, invincible, and that is protected outwit, which is good. So that's, if they've got outwit on their team, turning into the Titanium one is a solid choice. He's got 20 defense there in the middle. I mean, his attack goes down a bit there too, but 20 defense in the middle of his dial, I don't think that's too shabby. He charges through blocking terrain as well. Right. Absorbing Man C is the Gamma one. He comes in when one of the other Absorbing Man on the map gets hit by Pulse Wave, Quake, or Super Strength. Pulse Wave you see in constructed teams a lot. Quake's not uncommon. Super Strength is a lot more common these days. So yeah, getting him out, yes, it is kind of up to the opponent and what they decide to do, but they might not be worried about this guy. But I like him because he has this special damage power, which gives him outwit, and adjacent opposing characters can't use protected outwit or safeguard outwit. I like absorbing man being able to get past power cosmic or cosmic energy and stuff like that. I like him. Likelihood of getting him out is a little less than some of the others, but still solid to have in that case. That was C. Let's go to D. D is the fire one. And also another one that kind of depends on what they do. If one of the absorbing man gets hit by energy explosion, poison, range combat expert. Not three other kind of common powers after and then you replace him. But he's cool also because he's the only one with range. He's got running shot and he's got energy explosion. That's solid for an absorbing man. And his special defense there is super senses. When absorbing man uses it and succeeds after resolutions, deal 2 damage to the attacker. It's not penetrating or anything, but it's still on those easier to damage characters that they won't want to attack him. He's got the super sensors and shape change on top of that at top dial. This is actually the one that I have decided to start the game with. Because he's got that running shot, 4 damage, 12 attack at the top. I think he's a good one to start with. That was D. E is the diamond one. He comes in when one of the absorbing man gets hit with penetrating damage. That happens all the time. Penetrating damage is all over the place. He's got a special attack of Giant Reach 2 with Blades, Claws, Fangs. And when he uses it, it's the minimum result is the target's printed damage value. And that can be crazy. Like if you attack a big character that has like printed 5, that's his minimum. And you're only going higher if you roll 6. So yeah, I like that. That's a lot of fun. And with the close combat expert, he'll have a 12 attack there. And later on, like those 2 middle clicks, it'll be penetrating damage. So yeah, he's cool, diamond one. And then F is the water one. When a friendly character with an absorbing man trait moves through water terrain or an opposing effect gives them an action token. After resolutions, you may replace that character with absorbing man. So you can control this one by just putting out some water terrain as some of your stuff at the beginning of the game, one of your terrain pieces, to make that a possibility. This one I don't like as much, except for later on he gets prob, and that can be really, really useful. And he ignores people when he's moving, and elevated terrain, that's pretty solid too. So there are reasons to want him. I just think they won't come up as often. And that was F, and then G is the chase one. So they're all good, and I mean you definitely at least want the A one as well to do that healing if you can. He just doesn't have any move and attack. Most of the other ones have some kind of move and attack. But yeah, that's absorbing man. 75 points of the build. Now let's build a brute team. Lots of awesome brutes now that Smash and Destroy is out, so I figured, hey, let's just highlight brutes right now because there are lots of good ones. We're going to look at some of the supporting things. D-Cell. She's one of my favorite uncommons because of what she does here, the Unstoppables. When an opposing character makes a ranged attack, modify their attack -2 if they're targeting a friendly character with a brute keyword. It's a brute team. If they've got ranged attacks, if any of their characters are focused that way, getting -2 to their attacks, which I think is pretty sweet. We're going to play her at 25 points. So she won't be doing all that much. She only has this one click of Incapacitate, which gives them a max speed of 3. So like slowing them down, that can help, especially if they are ones that come close before they can get close to your team and attack. You slow them down so they don't have the reach, and then you have your guys come in and hit them. Also, we're going to look at Primus. Primus uncommon from this last set. We're going to do him at 60 points. He is our source of Perplex, the only Perplex on the team. He's got traded shape change. When it's not your turn, opposing characters can't be placed or generated within 4 squares of a friendly character with the brute keyword. So, yeah, there's a lot of generating characters that are out there. Prime, Colonel James Rhodes. If Primus is close to him, or if any of your brutes are close to him, he can't, when he rolls his leadership, he can't put out the War Machine bystanders. That kind of stuff. So useful, I mean, not going to be useful in every game, but he's not too bad himself. He's got Perplex, which there are not many brutes with supporting abilities. But he's got some decently high attacks. He's got a click of 12 there, and he gets regen. He's got flurry. Not a bad piece. I like it. And then we got Quicksand at 60 as well. Now she got the traded flurry, which is awesome. She's a giant, which is awesome. Other friendly characters with the brute keyword can use energy shield deflection. So you basically have doubled energy shield deflection. So even if they outwit your energy shield deflection, you still get the boost from D-Cell. She doesn't give it to herself, which is why D-Cell helps her stay alive, at least from range, because people, they don't want to come close to her, just in case she gets on those poison. I have put her on poison and then suffered for it. And she's got a stop click. Regeneration is free if she occupies debris, which is pretty easy to make. So, yeah, Quicksand is amazing. She wasn't in my top 3 for uncommons, but she could have been. Maybe she should have been. She is just really, really good. She's got 2 at top click, 2 rollouts. Possibly not get attacked or not take damage, depending on the situation. And we got 80 points left. Now, there's a lot of different brutes you could work with and do a ton of different things. I decided to go with Morlun, the rare from the Spider-Verse set, because he was on my top 3 from that set. So if you want to look at more of why I like him, go back and watch that video, top 3 for the Spider-Verse set. Top 3 by rarity. If you haven't seen any of those videos before, but he's just awesome. He creates bystanders. He's got steel energy. They have steel energy that can heal him. It's yeah, and he's also the source of leadership for this team. Now, if you look closely, we got 1 Perplex, 1 leadership there, possible outwit from Absorbing Man. But I mean, that's kind of what you deal with brutes. You don't have a ton of support powers, so you're just counting on your attacks to land. So that was my build for 1 awesome Clix version. So you have 1 super rare, chase, whatever, higher rarity figure, which was the Absorbing Man that's going to start on the sideline, and then have the rest of the team built out with commons, uncommons, and rares. But there's a lot of different things you can do with it. Let's go through some other figures that you put on the team. Batman from Masters of Time, the one with the wings, the caveman one. It has the brute, but you can switch it into the other Batman pieces that have other support powers. So that's kind of a way to cheat non-brutes with cool support powers onto your team. I mean, this Batman isn't too bad himself either. Let's see. Yeah. Now let's move into some more figures that don't necessarily fit into how I do one awesome Clix builds. They're higher rarities or whatever that is, and but I think they would be really fun to play on a brute team with Absorbing Man. And they're just basically, most of them are just awesome brutes. Abomination, the Prime from Smash and Destroy, he's great. Traded Charge, um, play him at 80 points, he's got the Charge Flurry. And if he's going up against other brutes or monsters or super strength characters, his attack and damage go up by one. So, like, in the set, he's going to be good for a while, I think, just because there's so many brutes. Brutes popular, and monster is always popular. Oh, he's got close combat expert up there at top as well. So he could, if he's hitting somebody that qualifies, that's a 14 attack for 6 damage. Flurrying at 80 points. Jeez, he's nuts. Okay. Oh, yeah. Dinosaur Hatchling, 45 points. This one is fun because you can put some crazy stuff on the sideline and get this dinosaur hatchling to turn into them. Let's read through it real quick. At the beginning of your turn, whenever a dinosaur hatchling KOs an opposing character, give them a growth token. When dinosaur hatchling would be KO'd by an opposing effect, you may instead replace them with a character with the animal keyword. Turn that character to their first KO click, then heal them 1 click for each growth token on dinosaur hatchling. Shape change, special damage, shape change, but succeeds on a 4 through 6. When Dinosaur Hatchling uses it and succeeds, this turn it can't be targeted by opposing characters. So, yeah, it's super fun. 45 points. I have one. I have not ever gotten around to playing it yet. Let me know how this one plays. There's some really good animals. You can put Kong on the sideline. If you get enough growth tokens, Kong at full points after they KO the dinosaur hatchling. But for this team, you'd have to sacrifice some sideline Absorbing Man pieces. Prime Doc Sasquatch, I think, is an awesome brute. He's got Perplex and Outwit, so some great supporting powers for a brute. Ooh, I think it'd be fun to play the Iconics Doomsday. Now he's a lot of points, but I think it'd be fun, even if you're just playing him at the lower point value. he's really tough to take down. He is not an easy character to kill. Because yeah, I mean, you got to deal with either his flurry or dealing only 1 damage to him every time you hit him. It's tough to make that decision. The super rare Harpy, I think, would be great on a brute team, just because you can play stuff like she's got hypersonic speed. She can hit somebody, finish her hypersonic speed, and then place the person she hit in somewhere they really don't want to be, and have some Absorbing Man, Quicksand, Moreland just beat the tar out of them. Yeah. But speaking of that, I think Red Harpy would also be good. She's just like the Doc Sasquatch, in that she's hard to kill unless you get really lucky. The Iconics Iron Man from the Hall of Armors. There's one with the Brute. I think it's the Hulkbuster one, right? Anyway, that is a way to get a lot of different utility onto your Brute team, because you can, just shifting focus into the other different versions of Iron Man. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Juggernaut from Collector's Trove. is an awesome brute, 80 point, and it's just, I think I might have to do a one awesome clicks just around this Juggernaut because he's a lot of fun. But yeah, take a look at him, read him. He can like just doing free damage. Free damage is always great. And the Juggernaut from the Smash and Destroy set is amazing as well. I mean, he's a lot of points. You gotta figure out what you want to do, but uh, he's tough to kill. If he would take penetrating damage, he takes 1 damage instead. Can't be healed. Combat values can't be modified by opposing effects. By opposing characters with less points than himself. So you don't want to do penetrating damage. And he's got traded impervious on a 4 through 6. Man, so what would you do? I would say you would want to be doing high damage with precision strike, so you're at least going to get that 1 damage in, but get the damage as high as you can so he's taken more than just the 1 when he fails to roll impervious. But see, that's just so much that you have to think about and work out to take him down. So if he's getting the boost from D-Cell or Quicksand, he's a fun character. You'd have to do some tweaking of the team. But also Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulk was also in my top 3 legacies for this set. So I'm not going to read them all here. He's a bit wordy. So read them on your own time. But he's awesome. Again, higher points, even at the 125. So you'd have to do some shuffling around. But this is another one. I think I'm going to do a one awesome clicks build around the Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulk specifically. But I don't know what kind of team I would do. We'll see. What kind of team would you want to build around him? Because all his sideline guys can share any keyword with him. Oh, yes. And the super rare Titania, whatever, from Smash and Destroy, also amazing with other brutes because she has this trait of super strength, and friendly characters with the brute keyword take a maximum of 1 damage from opposing characters that can use super strength or close combat expert, which is very common these days, especially close combat expert because people like to equip the longsword, which is the next thing we're going to talk about. But anyways, yes, Titania is amazing with brutes at either 100 or 30 points. She can be deadly at either, just harder to kill when she's at 100 points. But yes, and the +1 longsword. If you have that, that can go onto this team for free. Put it on anybody. Moreland, Absorbing Man, Primus, Quicksand, D-Cell, whatever. Probably not Absorbing Man, because every time you switch him out, he's just going to drop it. And speaking of that, if you have the his equipment, the ball on a chain, can't remember what it's called, but that's free on Absorbing Man. But it really needs an errata to say that it does not drop when Absorbing Man is switching around. It's just ridiculous. Even though it's kind of redundant on a couple of them that have giant reach already. But yeah, +1 longsword, put on somebody on the team if you have it. If you have a brute team or anybody with brute, +1 longsword. Or warriors, for that matter. Anyway, those are my thoughts on Absorbing Man. Super fun character. I'm definitely going to try to play him at some point in a sealed game. Uh, even if he's not amazing, he's super fun. I forgot. Most of the Absorbing Man have the Masters of Evil team ability, which is awesome when you have a bunch of people that are doing close attacks. And but the main one, the chase one, Uru, has cosmic energy, so he's protected from outwit, which is great, and mystics, which is also great. especially if they have a lot of equipped characters, because at his top dial, he only takes 1 damage from characters that are equipped or have the deity or mystical keyword. So only taking 1 damage at a time and then returning mystics to the attacker. I really like him. So if you can get him out and it's advantageous to do so because your opponents fit that, do it. Definitely do it. And he has perplex top click too. So yeah, what are your thoughts? Do you like Absorbing Man? You don't like him? Let me know why you don't like him. What would you play with him? Which would, if you're not doing the limitations of one awesome Clix, which figures do you want to pair with him? How is he best utilized? Let me know your ideas in the comments below. Like, subscribe. Remember, if we get to 100 subscribers, I'll be giving away an Iconics Trigon and Raven and Guardians of the Galaxy holiday set. So maybe not at the same time, but yeah, let other people know so that they can come and try to win a prize. I hope that I gave you guys a bit of a fix for your Clix addiction like I have, and we'll talk to you next time.